All right, let's talk about the scholarship essay. I know, it can feel like this huge, high stakes quest. And in a way, it is. It's your big chance to turn your unique story into the money you need for your education. But here's the thing, it's a quest you can absolutely win. So let's get started. So here's our map for this journey. First, we're going to understand the game. Then, we'll build your game plan. After that, it's all about crafting your story, showing who you really are, and then, of course, finishing strong. Think of this as your five-stage guide to success. Okay, first up, understanding the game. Look, before you even type a single word, you have got to know who you're talking to. Figuring out what a scholarship committee is truly looking for, well, that's the foundation for everything else we're going to do. And that really brings us to the big question, right? How do you do it? How do you take your life story and turn it into actual funding for your education? Because it's not just about good grades. It's about convincing a group of people to invest in your future. Your personal story has real value, and we are going to unlock it. You've got to think of the scholarship essay as so much more than just a writing assignment. Seriously, it's your one-on-one introduction, it's a window into your personality, your goals, your ambitions. It is your chance to have a direct conversation with the people making the decisions. So, now that you get the game, it's time to build your strategy. You know, a winning essay doesn't just happen by accident. Nope. It's the result of a really smart game plan. And this section is where we lay all that crucial groundwork for a powerful application. Your first moves here are absolutely critical. First, research. Don't waste a single second on scholarships you aren't even eligible for. It's just not worth your time. Second, you have to analyze the prompt. I mean, really deconstruct it. What is the real question they're asking? Trust me, understanding that is half the battle. And this is where you get to unleash your superpower, brainstorming. Before you even think about writing sentences, just reflect. What are the experiences and achievements that really define you? A mind map can be an amazing tool here. Seriously, it helps you get all those thoughts out of your head and organize them into a solid outline. All right, with a solid plan in place, we are ready for Section 3, crafting your winning narrative. This is the fun part. This is where you transform all those brainstormed ideas and that outline into a compelling story that actually connects with the reader on a human level. Listen, you basically have one sentence to grab their attention, so you have to make it count. Instead of some generic opening, try hitting them with a provocative question that makes them think. Or drop them right into your world with a vivid personal story. A great hook makes it impossible for them to not read that next sentence. Now, for the body of your essay, one of the best tools you can use is something called the STAR method. When you're talking about an achievement, don't just state it, frame it. Describe the situation, explain your task, and detail the action you took. But, and this is crucial, the final step is showing the result. That's what turns a simple claim into a powerful, evidence-based story. And that brings us to the golden rule of all writing: show, don't just tell. You see, anyone can write, "I'm a leader," but using the STAR method to describe how you led a team to success, that doesn't just tell them you're a leader, it shows them. Your specific examples are the proof that makes your story believable and memorable. Okay, so structure and evidence are critical, for sure. But a truly great essay also needs, well, it needs heart. So now we're going to get into your authentic self, your honesty, your story of growth, and the things that make your voice uniquely yours. I want you to think about your extracurriculars not just as a list on a resume, but as actual evidence of your character. Did you have a leadership role? Were you involved in community service? The real key is to connect those experiences to who you are today. How did they shape you? What did you learn from them? That's the good stuff. And, being authentic isn't just about listing off your strengths, it's also about how you handled challenges. Committees actively look for resilience and a growth mindset because, frankly, it's a huge predictor of success in college and in life. It proves you have maturity and character. So the key here is to reframe challenges, not to hide them. Please don't pretend you're perfect. Nobody is. Instead, talk about a real difficulty you faced and then explain what you did to overcome it. Focusing on what you learned from it shows incredible self-awareness, and committees really, really value that. We're in the home stretch now. Section 5, finishing strong. You've done all the hard work of planning and writing. Now it's time for that final polish that takes an essay from good to unforgettable. Your conclusion is the very last impression you're going to make, so it has to be solid. Its job is to tie everything together. You just briefly restate your core message and reaffirm your dedication. Think of it as your final, respectful handshake. And always end by expressing gratitude for their time and consideration. Now, here's a crucial balancing act. Your voice, your personality should absolutely shine through, but the style still needs to be formal and professional. And the number one non-negotiable rule? Proofread. Then have a friend proofread. Then read it out loud. A single typo can undermine all of your amazing hard work. Before we wrap this up, 3 final critical tips. 1. Start early. Rushing is the enemy of quality. 2. Tailor every single essay. Committees can spot a copy-paste job from a mile away. You have to connect your story directly to their mission. And 3. Play the numbers game. Applying for multiple scholarships simply maximizes your chances of success. And there you have it. We've walked through the entire process, from understanding the game all the way to that final polish. You are now fully equipped. You have the map, you have the strategy, and you have the tools you need to go out there and conquer your scholarship quest. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Every single one of you has a unique story shaped by your own experiences. That story is powerful, and it is just waiting to be told. The only question left is, who will you be when you tell it? Good luck.